Hi all. So, as it turns out, Streamlabs needed an update, and I forgot to open it before this whole thing started. And apparently, and just apparently, it needs Chrome to close for some reason. And doing that would end this stream like immediately. So, we're flying without the chat on the screen this time, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. So, how is everyone today? I feel like my head is crooked. I tried the rubber band thing and I realized that the rubber band I used was not nearly as tense as I needed it to be to actually get a curve on this stupid hat. Let me see. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Well, thank you. I've got this stylish hat, of course. That's why I look. I don't know. Should we do this kind of a thing? Yo. I'm not nearly cool enough to do that. So anyway. Where's my chair? Okay. Roll chair. Okay, whatever. So, I mean, Jam, you always draw cute stuff. That's literally what you do. Yeah, I know. The rubber band I was using is not tense enough, so I need to actually go find a shorter one so I can actually get a thing on this. We'll see. So, it's been a week. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. I was planning on doing one Sunday, and then, things happened. I ended up in the hospital on Sunday with some really bad stomach acid issues. I went into the ER thinking they would perform some suction through my G tube and maybe give me something, and that would be it. Unfortunately, that wasn't it, and that didn't turn out to be the problems I was having. I had a small bowel blockage from the CT scan they did, and I also had pneumonia. Yeah, that happened. It's apparently a very mild case, thank God. Because all they need to do is put me on antibiotics, and I popped up awake. So I'm guessing the pneumonia was what was causing my fatigue last week. So last week I spent most of it in bed, actually trying to fall asleep because I was so gosh darn tired. Yesterday I spent a good portion in bed, but that was just because I was just trying to relax after, being in the hospital for 3 days again. Hey, Kick, how you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. Got your stylish hat on again. Mostly because my hair is thinning and really weird now. Plus, it's a cool hat. I want to wear it. It is better than a month. Yeah, it is definitely better than 1 month. That happened, sort of. It's your own hat, bro. Anyway. So in the hospital again, I actually re-met a bunch of a few people that had seen me before. Hey, Tanny. So thankfully, that was cool. To actually see some people that I had met previously. Though, I mean, let's be honest here. nobody wants to be in the hospital for any reason, let alone because you have, things going on. I get the feeling that I'm going to be susceptible to pneumonia a lot. Hey, Sam, I am. So I'm going to have to watch that probably pretty closely. But this one was this bout of pneumonia, they say, was probably caused by aspiration, as in something falling into my lung rather than like, some kind of infection or virus or something like that. They figure that part of it probably is because, like, when I was vomiting at some point, something fell into my lung based on the location of where the thing was at. Hello, Beaver. I didn't decide to. The rubber band I used was not adequate, so I need to go to the store and get smaller ones, apparently, or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I had some company over the weekend. That was cool. It's just nice to have somebody else here like that. Although, unfortunately, I had to lay down half of the day on Saturday, because I was just so gosh darn tired. At least now we know why. I don't want to duct tape the hat, because, then I have to, unless it comes off easily enough. You get like a little bit of a curve. You can kind of see it. It's not too bad. So, probably is it Ladies Dragon Blood? It's probably not a great thing to know the staff and have them recognize you. Okay, gotcha. Well, I guess I'll try that at some point. But yeah, the nursing staff, some of them, not a lot of them, but some of them are like, "Oh, I recognize you." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, I guess." It's good to know that I left a good impression on people, though. It definitely is better than the police. Yeah, it's definitely better than the police recognizing you by name. That's a very good point. Although, to be fair, my father being the city prosecutor for 31 years, or 35 years actually, I got to know a few of the officers, and most of them know me by name, or at least they did. Some might actually recognize me, but the police force has actually gotten to the point where they've cycled out enough people to the point where people don't actually know who my father was, which is sad, but still happens. But so yeah, I get some officers who do recognize me, but that's just because I was a kid around the place a little bit, not often, but just a little bit here and there. And you're right. My interactions didn't result in handcuffs, thank goodness. I've never been pulled over. Never. I've never been pulled over. And I actually don't know how, because I guarantee you I'm not driving the speed limit most of the time. But I just get lucky, I guess. Well, hospital was not fun. I mean, you don't have much. Thank God I brought my laptop, because at least I had a way to watch some stuff or something. But yeah, it is not conducive to a fun environment because, all you're doing is laying in that stupid bed and, just you're attached to IVs. Thankfully, they didn't actually have to put in an IV because I have this PICC line thing. They were just able to use that. So I didn't have to get stabbed too often. Still needed to for blood. But, $600. 75 and 30. I don't know. That feels like a lot to me still. Jeez. Otherwise, today I feel mostly fine. Or at least okay. I don't feel as tired as I have been. My nurse is coming over today to check in with me after hospitalization and all the rest of it. I need to call my PCP's office because they want to see me after hospitalization, I guess. Hey, Nada, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm okay now after this day, I think, mostly. I felt better in the hospital, I'll tell you that much. Probably because my G-tube was on suction all the time. And now I'm back to having stomach acid. So, it's fine. Oh, man. Well, my next chemo cycle is this coming Monday. I had the 7th one approximately 2 weeks ago. Actually, I'm sorry. No, my next chemo cycle is coming up Wednesday. Because of the holiday, they're not open, so they moved it to Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be on a chemo pump. That reminds me, I need to call my nurse navigator now that I think about it. I've got a question for her. But progress, not too much seems to have happened between now and my last cycle. But, the gut's still getting softer. No, the cycle after that is scheduled for a Monday. It's just because of the holiday. Excuse me, goodness. Stomach acid, as I said. Anything more? I think so. I haven't really pushed the limits yet. We'll see. I think so. I've been eating a little bit more here and there, but I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that. And sometimes I feel like I want to push it, and then I remember how much it hurts, and then I don't. So I really need to. I need to see where I'm at, honestly. But then again, it's also okay to take it slow. There's no necessarily any reason to push things because you're not going to get better any faster. So maybe yeah. I tried a Caesar salad, like a small Caesar. Well, I thought it was a small Caesar salad from Walmart. I only ate a third of it, and then I spent most of the rest of the night in pain and throwing up. Apparently the roughage is the problem. Oh well. And I assume that just because of what I was throwing up. So, which was just bits and pieces of romaine lettuce. Oi. I figured lettuce wouldn't be that much of a problem since it's mostly water for like at least iceberg lettuce, but I don't think that was iceberg lettuce. Okay. Oh. I actually did not know that. I actually thought it was easier. That's interesting. Thank you, right up your alley. That is the sentiment around here. So, we still have the fact that we still have the fact that my gut is softening like day by day. It's not getting harder, so that's like good. That showing that it's starting to come back. So it's my gut's getting softer by the day, which one again is just an amazing sign that the treatments are working. But two, obviously letting me eat a little bit more here and there, which means I'm getting sort of close, not close, but I'm getting back to being a normal person again, and not needing the stupid TPN to sustain my life. That thing is all eat a soft boiled egg for me. I don't do soft boiled eggs, honestly. I do scrambled, poached. When I go to a restaurant, I'll get sunny side up. Just because I've ordered poached eggs from a restaurant before. Like every time I've done so, I've not been impressed. Well, at least I could eat normally. Poached eggs are amazing. Like they are quite literally like the best thing I've I can make, I think. Because they're so gosh darn useful and they're just so gosh darn good. I love eggs Benedict. I make eggs Benedict. With the whole English muffin, and I tend to just put bacon under it. Like I know it's supposed to be like Canadian bacon or whatever, or some kind of ham or whatever, but I just put bacon under it because why not? Then just put the poached egg on top of bacon. I completely tend to agree with that, Robbie. Good morning, Glober Mom. Thank you for being here. But no, eggs are like my favorite thing to have at breakfast time. Eggs and bacon is just the most amazing thing ever. Here's the problem. I have in one of these cancer books that I've got, like showing like I got from like the teaching session, like what to do before chemotherapy, what to do during chemotherapy, what to do after chemotherapy. One of the things is they have a whole section on like foodstuffs and whatnot that you can have during, like that you should be having during chemotherapy and whatnot, of which I've completely ignored. But one of the things they say you can't eat while you're on chemotherapy is raw egg. And they equate that to being sunny side up and poached, which are literally the two ways I like to have eggs outside of scrambled. So that kind of sucks. And I looked up on the internet. I'm like, is a poached egg really a big problem? And the answer is not that it's a problem. It's that those things possibly could um like lessen the effect of the chemo treatment you have. It's not that it will, it's that it could. Because the things have some thing in it that tend to, I don't know. I don't know why it's different when you cook it entirely. But I don't want like hard boiled eggs on my eggs Benedict, so I don't know. I mean, that's entirely possible, Lady Dragonblood. That's actually probably a good point. But I don't know. I'll tell AMG I said thanks and hi. But the other thing that the thing said you can't eat is raw fish. And I'm like, I love to go to this sushi restaurant all the time. And now you're telling me I can't. I hate you. It's like everything that I liked, they're like, yeah, you shouldn't eat this during chemotherapy. I'm like, fine, I'm not eating anyway. Who cares? But, it is what it is. I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll just cheat every now and again. Excuse me. Getting a bit of gas all of a sudden. Oh. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is an amazing thing. Eggs, bacon, hash browns, like that's breakfast every day. If I could have breakfast if I could make breakfast every single day. This is also very true, Glober Mom. When you can't have it, you crave it all the time. Have a good one, Causeless Rebel. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, actually, this is what happened when I tried to eat two like scrambled eggs instead of just one. The gas they created caused me issues for the rest of the entire day. I mean, at that point, you're not having eggs, you're making cookies. Yeah, but eggs are like so gosh darn useful. It's amazing. I'm not too much of a fan of ham. Sam, I am. Which is kind of ironic considering your name. Even with that, like, I still like runny. Like, when you get I've gotten a burger from Red Robin with a fried egg on it. I don't really think it added much to the burger, to be completely honest with you. Even with the runny yolk, I don't know, it wasn't like, didn't add anything in my opinion. Well, thank you, Beaver. I hope so. I mean, that's obviously the major hope, is that we get to the end of this road and I'm still alive. and the cancer's the thing that's dead. That's the hope. The worst thing is about that is when you're in the hospital, like it is so easy to get negative. Thinking about, maybe this is going to be my life from now on. That, I was out of the hospital. I was able to stay out of the hospital for like 2 months, and then it's right back in. I mean, obviously I had a reason to go back in because, pneumonia. But it really sucks being in the hospital because, as I said, like you start thinking things you shouldn't think of, and then you fall into a pit of despair, and that happened to me at one point. Like I remember just thinking that I'm going to be in the hospital for most of the rest of my life, and like maybe this is going to work, maybe it doesn't. We don't know. You never know with chemo and cancer. You just don't know. And, it's really easy to just get emotional and just think only about, this pit that you're in and you can't get out of. But thankfully, I'm out of the hospital. And once I got back home, I started feeling so much better, mentally speaking. Thank you, Ladies Dragonblood. I appreciate it. Thank you all, by the way. Like, it sucks I couldn't get the chat on the screen today because freaking Streamlabs. No, don't worry, Thaddeus. Thank you for being here. And really, I should just leave this up. Because that's the motto, really, right now. Obviously I'm still fighting hard for this because I want everyone to beat cancer, but obviously that's unfortunately at this point of our society, we've not yet figured out how to completely destroy this stuff before it destroys us, which is really unfortunate. I feel like there is something out there that we might be able to at some point figure out how to finally beat this stupid thing. But for now, the technology we have nowadays is still way better than it was, even 10 years ago. And I'm starting to assume that's why I'm able to do this as far as like my, get better. It's working. That's the thing. We know it's working, at least, to a point. Beaver, I don't really make fun of the flat earthers much on streams outside of if they show up, then I say they're stupid. But, but the frauditors, yeah, I'm so frustrated. Also, hi, Marvel Girl. I get so frustrated with these First Amendment auditor freaks because they don't even understand the First Amendment to do an audit, whatever that means. They just like, they're so frustrating because they're clearly antagonistic on purpose. I mean, obviously, it's all about the clicks and views for them. It's not about the First Amendment. Because if it was, it would actually research what the First Amendment is first and then go out and do an audit. She's probably on my bed, napping. In the summertime, she likes to be on my bed, because it's like the darkest room in the house. But anyway, no, these First Amendment auditor guys, like, there might be better ways to do these things. I honestly don't know them. I mean, I can think of a few ways, but Like the fact that they sit there and antagonize the police, not even just like challenge them. They do that too, but they antagonize the police. Like there is a very clear way to defend your rights. It's let them do what they're doing and then file a lawsuit or file for an injunction, or file whatever. These people are not members of the press. Like they can call themselves press all they want to. They're not members of the press. They have no press credentials. And yes, places give out press credentials, and courtrooms normally need permission to record in them anyway. Schrodinger, dude, how you doing, bro? Thanks for being here. No, those guys just, they don't even understand what they're doing when a First Amendment quote unquote audit. They just don't. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating because, like, I watch these videos even with people and it still makes me cringe all the gosh darn time. Like, I mean, it's getting worse. Like, it's Schrodinger and I completely agree on this point that at some point, one of these guys is going to get, like, shot by somebody who doesn't care. Like, yeah, like, you know, putting your hands on somebody could be an assault. It really depends on a few things. But, like, these people are going to get shot at some point, or at least get the crap kicked out of them, which I'm not going to be sad about. Bye, Beaver. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Lady Dragon, but their documentaries that just post the video they made. Like, that's all it is. The documentation is like, I'm just posting up the video. There's my story, I guess. I don't know. They never make an actual story. They never write for a media organization. They never put together like an investigative report, whatever. They never do any of that. Never. Not once. And they never will. Because they're not really there to do what they say they're doing. They're what they say they're there for is a complete lie every time. Like, they're not doing a story on that, and they know that. But they get called out on it, and they're like, oh, we're doing a story. No, you're not. Yeah. There you go. It's a documentary on how to get arrested. I don't know about the 10 minutes or less, though. A lot of times the police, and I know people get frustrated by it, but, like, the police clearly have a reason why they, like, take their time and try to convince these guys to just leave instead of, like, going through the process of trespassing or arresting them, because no one wants to do that paperwork on some idiot who's just filming. It seems just like a complete waste of time, and yet, you know, that's why they'll spend 30 minutes trying to convince the guy to leave, because who wants to go through all the paperwork of arresting somebody on a disorderly conduct charge because he was filming in a place he wasn't allowed to and refused to leave. I mean, it's such a stupid thing that the officers probably just don't want to even deal with it. This is exactly what I was talking about, law enforcement analysts. Like, they at some point, these guys are going, I mean, look what happened to Furry Potato. Like, some point, these guys are going to push the wrong person, especially, like, now that some of them are going to private businesses and auditing them, because, I don't know, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Private businesses aren't covered under the First Amendment. No one cares about them. Like, clearly these people have not actually read the First Amendment, let alone understand it. I believe it literally starts with the government shall not. I actually looked this up. Congress, there we go. Congress shall make no law. That's how it starts. Congress. You all know what Congress is? It's that thing we kind of elect people to every so often. Yeah, I'd love to see one of these auditors in the wild. Apparently, we had one in the city right next to me. Because one of the officers from the city was talking to me about it, and it just was he said it was just a very like cordial, like he didn't have any problems with, like, basically it's one of those things that somebody called because there was people creeping around, and then the police show up and they're like, oh, you're just filming, like, whatever. Like, that's the thing, like, a lot of these people, like, when the police come up and they're like, what you up to, if they literally just said, oh, we're just out here filming and, whatever, just, doing whatever, whatnot, like, a lot of these officers would just be like, okay, cool, whatever, and they just go off. But they have to be antagonistic of the police, because that's what, honestly, I believe First Amendment auditors are more just anti-police people trying to disguise that under the First Amendment. I mean, because that's, to me, that's what they are. I don't know. What is it really? Huh. Well, thank you, Melissa. I might look into that. Well, so yes, Marvel, I just saw that. Thank you. That's cute. Bye, Tani. Tani, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Like, I can tell you right now, I have done more to protect the rights of people from the government overreach, police overreach, and courts overreach. I've done more in my career to protect people from that than any auditor will ever do. I've gotten evidence suppressed. I've gotten cases overturned. What have these guys done? Nothing. They haven't done a thing. Nothing they do protects their First Amendment. Nothing. In fact, if anything, they're hurting the cause, because states are starting to pass laws to curtail some of this behavior from them. Bye, Nada. And that's, to me, that's just, I don't know. It feels like these guys are really just so freaking wrong, and that they can't understand it. That, to me, is like the worst thing. It's just, I don't know. They piss me off. Like, every time I see them, they just piss me off. That's why it's so. I mean, it's nice when we can have a roundtable like thing or a panel, whatever, and just make fun of these people. It's nice to have other people around, because if it's just me, I just get pissed off. Like, every time I watch one of Schrodinger's videos on these guys, I just start getting pissed. It's like, you're just wrong. Like, they're just wrong. There's no other way to say it. They're just wrong on every point they ever try to make. Every First Amendment auditor is just wrong. And yes, sometimes I don't think they should be arrested when they get arrested. As a defense attorney, it's a thing. Like, I try to look at it from that side sometimes. Okay, that's out. Just, because it's hard not to. You're once a defense attorney, always a defense attorney. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel the same. I feel like it. Yeah. Yeah. Auditing a funeral. I mean, that makes less sense to me than anything I've ever seen in my life. In my career, I've never seen something so dumb than First Amendment auditing a funeral. Like, what in the, like, that to me just shows me that these people have absolutely no respect for anybody else. They don't. They only care about their YouTube channels and themselves. They don't care about anyone else. Even amongst themselves, they don't care about anyone else. I mean, look what, PayPal Patty was doing with Floyd. I mean, like, I honestly think they were trying to see if they could get him killed. I mean, Floyd, if he keeps doing what he's doing, and I think he was stopping, I don't know. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get shot. It's inevitable. But I think he stopped, but I'm not sure. I know he's just been, like, ranting a lot nowadays. I don't keep up with these guys on a day-to-day basis for the most part. I haven't really seen anything from Mr. Cesario. That guy, I can't even stand the sound of his freaking voice. Yeah. I think I don't mental disability. I think it's just like a social. I think they're just like an antisocial problem. Basically, I mean, because I can't think of anything else. Because these guys are just. Hey, Izzy, yeah, I'm feeling okay. It's good to be home from the hospital. I'll tell you that much. There is the logic behind their actions is doing what they can to get YouTube views. Like getting arrested gets people on YouTube to watch and then donate to, I need bond money. And of course, they'll bond out and then never return the money because guess what happens when you show up to court and then once your case is done and you posted a bond, if you were the one who posted the bond, you get your money back. It's just a way for you to make sure you show up to court, which means if people donate money to you and you use it for the bond and you get bonded out, you get that money back. Now that belongs to other people, but they're just going to keep it. That's all it is, in my personal opinion. They do everything they can to make money because just posting a video on YouTube isn't going to make you a lot. Like you have to pump out content all the time and get people to watch it. And the only way you're going to do that is if it's interesting. And the only way it's interesting if there's conflict. If it was just like a video you standing on the corner watching the police do their thing and then they drive off, no one's going to watch because it's not interesting. But like if you get yourself into the situation, now suddenly you have conflict and drama which people want to watch. And that's another reason why I call these people not journalists. Like rule number one of being a journalist is not to make yourself the story, and that's all they ever do. Like I get it that's not an official definition or whatnot, but that's basically rule number one of journalism. is don't make yourself the story. Okay, I won't tell you that, but it is. I mean, I think so. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure there's been people that do stupid things like this long before YouTube showed up, but it's clearly um, bloomed because of YouTube, especially recently. Yeah, exactly. Law enforcement analysts, like that's that's how journalists work. They get bylines. No, those guys just, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I mean, again, outside of what they do is just for clicks and views and money because they probably can't get a job doing anything else. You hear some of them say, "This is my job." Well, okay, you're terrible at it because you keep getting arrested or trespassed off of property. Like, do you want to be like trespassed off of every single Walmart in the history of anything? Fine, go ahead, be my freaking guest. I really don't understand the point of going to a private business. A private business has absolutely no reason to respect your First Amendment right. They don't need to. They absolutely don't need to. Doesn't matter if, like, going into the store is a publicly accessible area. It's still private property. And yes, you can be trespassed off of public property. $10.50, jeez. Once again, I've been rambling for the last half hour, but that's cool. Yes, Doug, you saw that. Auditing a funeral. Because, of course. This is one point that I think is completely overlooked, is that a lot of these videos show the calmness and like patience of police officers, and that's why people get frustrated like watching like Schrodinger's videos and whatnot, because the officers will take so gosh darn long to arrest the people. But again, they're really trying to not arrest somebody for something so petty. But it one of those the auditor literally forces the issue every time. Like, all they have to do is leave. That's it. But they'd rather sit there and argue with the officer. And it's like, no, dude, just go away. And if you think they're wrong, file a complaint or a lawsuit someplace. That's all it is. That's all you need to do. Like, once you're denied your quote unquote right to film, go file a lawsuit. Go file an injunction. Go file something that says, hey, no, we have the right to do this, and let a court tell you otherwise. But no, again, because of clicks and views, they'd rather get arrested on camera. Oh, that guy. That guy's a whole stream by himself. Like, his quote unquote lawsuits are just so stupid. Like, his lawsuit he's allegedly filed against Schrodinger is so bad. We reread it on Schrodinger's stream, and I was thinking about doing a stream of some kind where I go through and strike out all of the irrelevant stuff, which would significantly make that complaint probably about 5 pages from the 50 some it is, or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, legalized drugs is just, he is somebody who I think he literally believes his crap. I think he honestly believes the crap that he's throwing around. And I think he's got just some kind of antisocial behavior issues. Not that I can diagnose anything like that. Not saying he does. I'm just saying that I think he does. Personal opinion. I mean, this is a very good point, is he? He is busy writing these stupidly long, completely frivolous lawsuits and therefore not bothering anyone else. Oh, God. Devon Bay. Yeah, I sneak into Road Pirates films streams every so often, and that guy just rambles on. And I think he has scripts that he's reading sometimes, because it sounds like it, since he drones on in such a monotone voice until he gets pissed off and just starts screaming. And then I think he's just like off script, just saying random crap. Like, everybody's a child molester. And if you watch his stream, everybody's a child molester. And Kick, it was hilarious to watch you troll him. Like, I've seen some of those videos on the stream, and that was probably some of the funnier crap I've seen ever. That was amazing. I'm just telling you, that was hilarious. Maybe he's cute. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Devon Bay is QAnon. Like the Q. I mean, the way he talks, like, literally everybody who's not a Moorish American, whatever the hell, is like a child molester. Like, everybody. It's frustrating to hear him talk, and yet it's hilarious to hear him talk. If Kick ever starts singing opera, I will absolutely love every moment of that. Let's do a duet, Kick. It'll be fun. I like singing and making a fool of myself. Hello, Taco Josh Gaming. Welcome to the stream. Oh. So anyway, to reiterate, just for the people who are new, I spent a week not a week. I spent 3-ish days in the hospital. I was there from Sunday until Wednesday, because I had a small bowel blockage and pneumonia, and that's where I've been for the past week-ish. I was planning on doing one of these on Sunday, and then, as I said, I ended up in the hospital. So whatever. That's my life, apparently. But, you just got to keep pressing forward, because I don't know what stopping would look like, but I can't imagine it would look anything good. Oh, Kick. Okay. Fine. I'll accept that. Oh no, law enforcement! I have an ostomy bag. It does happen. It's just a little difference now. No, Doug, this would actually put me in the hospital, I think. One, I don't drink alcohol. And two, I cannot stand PayPal Patty's freaking voice. It's just okay, yeah, this we have to do this now. We have to like um oh the heck's the word for it? Oh, we need to remix the Looney Tunes opera. That has to happen now. This is a thing that needs to happen. So yeah, that to me just shows you what these guys are all about. And it's about YouTube clicks and views. It's not about sticking up for anything. It's not about respecting anybody. They don't respect anybody. They respect only themselves. Thanks, Kick. I'm probably going to be winding this down here anyway because it's been almost an hour, and the important information I wanted to get out was done in the first 10 minutes. So we've been kind of rambling here, but that's okay. I don't mind. I love it. Apparently, people do too. So anyway, I think I'm going to hit it here. You guys are freaking amazing, and I want to thank every single person for being here. You guys are just your support, and I cannot tell you enough. The support you show is absolutely incredible, and it's humbling, and it's touching, and it really does help. Like seriously, people think thoughts and prayers are whatever, but I can tell you right now they make me stronger. And knowing that people are out there supporting me and are behind me and are praying and wishing and hoping for me is just I I can't imagine doing this without you guys. Seriously, I can't imagine trying to um, plow through this whole thing without the support I've gotten from my friends, my family, and all of you of the I guess this is called the watchdog community. Um, but yes, you guys are freaking awesome, and I love every one of you. So I'm going to hit it for today. I will see you all on streams, I'm sure. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye.